Hello, hello, hello. Um, Today I'm gonna play Genshin because I haven't played this in a while. Been busy, so
Oh,
yeah.
ow! Where did that come from?
Anyways, I haven't been on for a while.
Into the shadows.
No escape!
There is no escape. Absurd. Shine down.
Nuts. How far is this? I'll actually just pause on that. Let me see what is close nearby. I don't really feel like I have anything over here. That's good. God, I have to do these. I'll do this one and then this one. But first, I want to get some gifts.
Just what will we come across this time?
Honestly, I was starting to forget my controls. Okay, let me cook now.
Time to testify. Loaded. The victor is
Dang it.
declared.
Hold on, I'm missing one. Okay. I need to heal. Where are they? Oh, okay. I was starting to slowly forget my controls. Yeah, I'm just gonna lure it. Never mind.
Into the shadows.
Thunderclap!
Shine on! Torn to oblivion! Transcend all
Taking a turn for the better.
My bed. Treasure.
First to find gets to stake their claim. Seems fair.
Honestly, I can tell if I have my sword equipped. Okay. Do you have something new here? What am I doing? I should do that when I'm not streaming.
Lightning flash! Bellowing thunder!
A bitter pill to swallow.
Keep opening my chat. That's actually annoying. Let's see. Okay, let's see. What's up here? But then, my controls, I'm probably not gonna get used to
That's
them
quite a crowd over there.
until it's a week.
Hi, everyone. I'm Sansa, and I'm working on becoming a bard. Thanks for coming out today, and, I guess I'll start the song now. All goes quiet on Star Snatch Cliff. High in the trees, all is... Oh, wait. Sorry, that's not right. High in the trees, no whiff of the wind, no sign of the birds, no flapping of wings. Then it goes, pause. Pause for a moment, and... Oh gosh, this is so
Also, I'm not gonna
embarrassing.
read this
I'm making
in
a
just
complete
audio.
mess of this. I didn't get tongue-tied at all on the 42nd time, or the 90th time. So why can't I get it right now?
The 42nd and 90th time?
Yep. I rehearsed this 100 times to try and perfect my performance. So, this is my
that's not well
101st
enough.
time playing this song. But
Alright,
my first time performing it live.
29 tries.
I really thought it would go well this time. But nope. I blew it again. Though not for lack of practice, surely. I guess I need to figure out what I was doing right on my 42nd and 90th attempts and keep practicing.
Maybe the problem isn't the amount of practice, but something else.
That amount of practice should have been more than enough. If it still isn't working, maybe it's more a question of how you've been practicing. Actually, the Traveler here has loads of experience with performing music. Why don't you tell us what your method is? Maybe we can give you some suggestions.
I'm just a hobbyist, but I can share my thoughts if you like.
And, Paimon can give you pro tips from an audience perspective, as a highly seasoned and professional audience person.
Aw, that's so kind of you. I'm touched that you're willing to help me. Give me a second. Let me just check my notes. Or, actually, why don't I just give you my notes so you can read them for yourself?
Notes about what?
Just things I jot down after each practice. Stuff to watch out for.
Interesting.
Areas to improve on, etc. Oh, but you can ignore the second half. That's just my random thoughts on other people's performances and trying out different instruments.
The worn out notebook records Sana's detailed reflections on her heavy torso, but the random thought in the second half are quite verbose. It sounds less like journaling and more like an essay or research report. Oh, heck no. I could never like essays about it. I hate
Whoa.
essays.
This is denser than the encyclopedias in the Mondstadt library. So are you like a music scholar, collector, librarian?
Well, my parents always hoped I'd become a scholar, so they made me take classes in all of those things and more. But now, I'm applying everything I've learned in academia to becoming a bard.
That sounds logical, but feels off somehow.
Well, I'm all ears. Where do you think I'm going wrong? Have I misunderstood some core principles of music theory, perhaps? Or am I approaching my rehearsals wrong?
It feels like your efforts are misdirected.
Paimon never knew being a bard was such hard work. The tone-deaf bard always makes it look so easy. He never seems stressed out at all. And still, his singing and lyre playing always sound really great. Unless he's actually been practicing in secret.
Venti!
Ah! Tone-deaf bard, where did you come from?
Which wind brought you here? Or the sweet wind of... Hold on. Wind of... I'm having pronunciations problems. Resemblance, of course. Sweet with a hint of exotic flora, blowing from a land far away.
Well, Paimon sure hasn't missed that attitude.
Riddles. Okay, I'm not reading all of this. But before I could finish, there was
A
a
what?
Interesting.
So it must have been a cat that stole the leaf, right? And with your allergies, you can't exactly go chasing it down.
I'll ask the cat what it thought of the poem.
I can help too, Venti. Your music has always been a huge inspiration to me, so it would be my honor. And, after we find it, could I get some advice on songwriting from you? Sorry, I know I shouldn't spring that on you. I was just worried if I stayed quiet now, I might be too shy to ask later, and I didn't want to let the opportunity slip by, so... I'm sorry. I hope I didn't make this weird. Wow, really? Okay, I'll just grab my... Wait, where's my notebook? Oh, it's right here. Sorry, give me a second.
Interesting. Doesn't fantastic. Questions page. Okay.
Huh? But then, why did her performance go so badly despite all the effort she put in?
I guess I just lack that natural talent. Let me think. Maybe it was a sense of yearning. Back when my parents forced me to stay in my room and study, I'd always hear this bard singing outside the window. His wonderful melodies and beautiful voice were like a soft breeze that stirred my heart. I remember thinking to myself, if I became a bard, could I be free like him? Yeah, that's it. I wanted to be free and happy just like him. And like him, I wanted to share that joy with the whole world. But I get so nervous when I'm performing in front of a crowd. I try to mitigate that by doing plenty of practice to make sure nothing goes wrong. But it's no use. As soon as the performance starts, I get tongue-tied. What? But I can't even get my words out.
For some reason I forgot I had a ventilator on.
Exactly.
So lame about
If you
the other
really want
people.
to share freedom and joy with the world, first you need to be the freest and happiest person of them all.
So, I've got to be my freest, happiest self in order to share that with others. Yeah! That makes a lot of sense! Oh, thank you all so much. I'll be sure to take that to heart.
I would be happy to.
In that case, Paimon will be the audience. Paimon is the most professional and freest audience you'll ever find.
So much yapping.
That
Well, all
was...
three of them played.
That was my first ever successful performance in front of a crowd. For once, I didn't stumble over my words. Oh, I'm so happy. Once the music started, it felt like I became one with the wind. I could roam freely, and nothing could stop me.
The audience definitely felt it too. Look, even that cat came to check out the show. Wait, a cat?
Oh, Charcoal! So it was you! I'm sorry, that's my neighbor's cat. Whenever I'm rehearsing, it always comes to sit on the windowsill and listen in.
What was that in its mouth? Was it the leaf with Venti's poem?
Charcoal! That belongs to Venti. It's very important to him. Could you give it back? You've helped me so much. I feel bad that I have no way to repay you.
Did you like the poem, Kitty? I was like, yeah, yes, I guess.
Gone like the wind.
I can hardly believe I got a personal lesson from Venti himself. I must find time to thank him properly.
Great job. Do you want a
Of course,
cookie?
I owe you two a huge thank you as well. I can't offer much, but why don't you take this songbook? It's from back when I was studying. I noted down all kinds of tunes from many parts of the world. Maybe you'll find it useful. Oh, and as well as tunes, I also collected all kinds of instruments. You're welcome to try them out anytime you want. It'll be great to have another musician
Yo,
to trade tips with.
bet.
Awesome! We'll definitely take you up on that.
And I'm assuming we're done. A collection of sheet music given to you by her. It contains musical... Interesting. Okay. Feasting. Burns. Okay. I'll just try this one. Oops. I mean to click out. Okay, so that's all it does. Okay. See you later then. Namatay mali. Okay, let's see. Bro, keep pulling out the text. I'm gonna check my pot.
We have put in.
I forgot. Oh, never mind. I remember. Mm-hmm. Yo, I'm just thinking about it already. Shopping spree. That is, I need to see what other stuff I can get. I mean, there's a discount, bruh. It's a discount. That's my only excuse.
If you ever have any.
I don't even know when I got this recipe. Okay. I'm very, very broke right now. I'm so confused. Oh, barely. Okay. Hmm. Okay, let's see. I want to do this one. Okay. I said I wanted to do this one, but I'm gonna continue the storyline. And I'm gonna have to do this. I mostly want to do this one because I don't want to go continue other areas.
Well, here we are again.
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
Paimon's amazed every time we see the wall of Samiel. How can a wall this tall even exist? It's almost unreal.
I know what you mean. I had the same question every time I walked this way when I was a kid. Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall really block sandstorms? It was only after I grew up that I
Honestly, I wouldn't
realized
trust that wall.
the wall of Samiel isn't just there to keep out the sandstorms. It serves a more important purpose, keeping out people like us. Sumeru is run by wise and mighty sages. To them, us desert dwellers are nothing but tools that can be used and discarded at their whim. We're cheap labor, like livestock, but easier to control. Nothing more. Even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. The academia believes we're underserving. Geniuses like Sataria are one in a million. The other children never get a single chance to try and rewrite their fate, even though the academia knows very well that we're humans, just as they are.
That's terrible.
I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
Hope, but I hope she doesn't do anything drastic here.
Hey, Thea. You're not thinking about doing anything scary, are you?
No, not at all. This place just gets me thinking, that's all. Besides, we're here to procure information, aren't we?
Yep, we gotta catch those.
Shh. Caravan Rebot is crawling with people, so be careful what you say. We don't want anyone to find out what we're here for. Our mission started the moment we arrived here. Let's go check out the tavern. Maybe we'll find someone I know.
Okay. I see. I'm going the wrong way. Why am I the one who gets lost easily?
Just our luck. None of them are here today.
You mean you don't see anyone you know?
Dia, is that you? What a coincidence. You here for a drink too?
Zaki. Finally, a friendly face.
Oh, and who do you have with you here? Guests from another land?
Hello, nice to meet you.
Hello, hello. I'm Zaki. Dia's, how would you put it? Drinking buddy?
We've had drinks together a few times. You could say we go back a ways. Anyway, as far as my friends here, they aren't too shabby, are they? You rarely see any Outlanders so friendly and respectful nowadays.
Absolutely. Much better than those people on the other side of the wall. So, Dia, are you looking for someone?
Yeah. Have you seen Edgar, Delavar, or Jabari recently?
Of course I have. Matter of fact, we were all here drinking together just a few days ago.
I've got a spice trading deal from another nation. I thought maybe Delavar and his friends might be interested. Know where I could find him?
Ah, how thoughtful of you. Then I assume you also know that Delavar's been having a hard time making ends meet these days. So, you came here to help him out?
Hey, keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep this deal a secret. Y'all at Caravan Rebot are like family. If there's more to be made, why not do it together? Besides, Delavar and his friends have muscle. They'd be a good fit for escorting the goods.
Yes, how considerate of you. Delavar's my friend too, so of course I can take you to him. Come with me.
Okay, I guess we're gonna go find him. I may or not be lost. Hold on. Okay. Okay, so I was going the wrong way. I'm an idiot. I'll take that. I'm never letting any resources go. What if I need it?
Are we there yet?
Yep, this is the place.
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
Why don't you take a guess? Go on, a wild stab in the dark. You're like lambs to the slaughter.
It's an ambush!
What's this all about, Zaki?
Come on, Dia.
Honestly,
You
I
really
was
think we
thinking
didn't
this
hear
was
about
so
what you said back
suspicious.
in Aru village? The boys have kept a close eye on you from the moment you set foot there. Not only do I know that you're looking for Delavar, I also know that you've teamed up with people from the Academia to look for the missing scholars.
So, you've been watching us from the very beginning?
Uh-oh. Paimon knew leaving Sino behind was a mistake!
And you left the strongest one in the village, didn't you? Who do you think you are? You really thought we'd fall for your little business deal nonsense?
So you and Delavar have been partners all along.
Dia, I guess it's only natural for a traveling mercenary like you to be out of the loop. Those of us who hang around the tavern have stronger bonds than you think. But you got one thing right. We're all looking forward to an uprising in Sumeru. There's nothing more we'd like to see than the desert folk overthrowing the Academia.
If that's the case, then I'm sure Delavar wouldn't miss a second of it.
I'll be honest with you, if it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the Wall of Samiel would have convinced me that you're one of us.
Delavar. And Edgar, you're here too, huh?
Long time no see, Miss Mercenary. You should have known the traitors are what us followers of King Deshret despise the most.
Dia, I thought that you, a fellow desert dweller, would understand why King Deshret is greater than the Dendro Archon. Little did I know, you don't deserve to join us.
Yeah, gee, what a missed opportunity. Adopting radical views and kidnapping innocent scholars, all because of some baseless rumors. Anything else I'm missing out on?
See? There you have it. Mercenaries are just a bunch of faithless scum with only one thing on their minds. Mora. Pathetic. You're all like a pack of street rats.
You're not wrong. Mercenaries are driven by Mora, and my faith lies with whoever's paying me. As long as there's a profit to be made, anyone can become my friend.
Enough talking! Get him!
About now.
Just as I
Took you a
expected.
fuss on me.
Let's teach him a lesson, traveler.
I bet.
Following orders. Lightning flash!
Into the shadows.
Hold on, why are they all on level 80? Oh, wait a minute. Hold a minute.
Hunt them down.
Yeah, I was just thinking. How big the place. You're finished.
Impossible! How could you?
So, what do you think about your meticulous network now, Saki? How did you say it? It's only natural for a traveling mercenary like me to be out of the loop. I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an incompetent merc with no real fighting skills, correct? I mean, that is what I said after all. And of course you would believe everything he reported. The only thing you know about me is that I'm a mercenary, but you've never seen me in action. Even though you heard we went to handle monsters together, you believed that Candace was the only one doing all the real fighting. That so-called Flame Mane is just a fraud. She admitted it herself. She just uses her connections to gain the trust of others. That's what you thought, right?
You lied in the village because you figured that we'd have people watching you.
And you were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time we drank together. You all thought you were so smart. Pathetic.
Damn!
Okay, that should be all.
That's one strong leg.
Whoa! So you've been planning this since we were in Aru Village?
No task can be done without preparation. I just happened to notice a couple suspicious-looking people while you were out investigating.
We're already 44 minutes in.
Oh, but instead of catching them right away, you let them report back.
Those two who were snooping around were just a couple small fries. If we want to get the real catch, we have to be patient and give it some time.
So those names you mentioned.
Oh, you mean the funny names she mentioned back in Uncle Ampu's house? The wide-eyed butcher, scar-riddled bandit, Paimon can't remember them all.
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Engar and Delavar like to talk themselves up when they're drinking. Engar, the wide-eyed butcher, and Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, are the nicknames they came up with for themselves. Alcohol has a way of making people share what they really think. So Engar and Delavar are always rambling in the tavern about how King Deshret is a superior deity.
What about Zaki?
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find Delavar first, and then try to track him down.
So who is the ducktail bearded crook?
That's what you wanted to ask when we were at Uncle Anpu's house, right? Jabari is one of the villagers you talked to. You know, the one who wanted to treat Isak and his grandpa to some food.
Wait, so he's a radical too?
No, he isn't. I just needed to tack on a random villager name to make the eavesdropper think that I was making some wild guesses based on my impressions.
Wow, what a genius idea! Well, that's an expert mercenary for you.
Ah, you're too kind. It was straight from the usual playbook, if I'm honest.
So, that thing you were saying before, Is it really true?
Hmm? About what?
About how mercenaries only care about Mora, and that anyone's a friend as long as there's a profit.
Does that bother you?
I don't think. Okay, my voice cracked and turned like a kid. Hold on. I don't think you're that kind of person.
What makes you so sure?
Because even without an employer, you're still helping us out. Okay, that just got
Do you
suspicious.
dislike the Dendro Archon like the other desert folk?
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon. I've heard a lot of nice things about the Lesser Lord from Dunyarzad. I can understand her devotion and gratitude. Dunyarzad's just an ordinary person. There's no way a god would be so involved in the lives of everyday people, unless they were truly compassionate.
I've begun to realize that the sages are behind everything that's happened recently. The radicals' blind belief in King Deshret, making the Dendro Archon out to be an enemy. It's all the academia's trickery.
But I see through it all. And unlike them, I can never be hostile towards anyone who's never done anything wrong.
Dia.
Anyway, looks like we're done with business here. Traveler, lend me a hand. Let's tie him up and bring him to the village.
Are we gonna see them tied up? That's what I just thought about.
This should be all of them. I'll let you take it from here.
Candace.
All right. I'll be in touch. Until then, please stand by.
Candace, do you need any help?
Candace will be okay on her own. I trust her, so you can too. She's been guarding Aru village for quite some time now. If anyone is qualified to question the offenders, it's her.
While I'm questioning them, why don't you pass some time by exploring the area?
I'll meet you back here tomorrow morning, Traveler.
Sounds
As for
good.
these idiots, let's just hope they live to see another day.
Eavesdrop. Hold
You
on.
heard the question. Now answer me.
Damn. Bo getting cooked.
You
Hold on.
heard the question.
Oh, it's just the same. Okay. Wait till the morning. I'm gonna talk to Dia.
Candace is an expert at dealing with people like this. All we have to do is wait for her word.
Okay. Jesus Christ. I think so. Here's about rights. Let me put this. Okay.
Hey, Dia.
Right on time.
Did we learn anything from the criminals?
We'll know any moment now.
I
I've
bet.
been wondering. You seem to know Candace pretty well. Have you been friends for a long time?
We've known each other for some time now. She's a pretty interesting person. Even though she's an extremely strong warrior, she never misuses her powers against others.
Oh, Paimon knows what you mean. Like a lot of martial artists say, never take the fight outside the ring.
Yep, I guess you can put it that way. It takes strong convictions to be as dedicated as she is, and shoulder that kind of responsibility. Us mercs, on the other hand, we pretty much live from one day to the next.
Well, Paimon thinks you're great too.
Really? Thanks for that.
Oh, Sino's here, and he's pretty early too.
Yes. I was here yesterday to help out a little.
To help out? By doing what?
Sharing some interrogation techniques.
Oh, you mean you taught Candace some more persuasive methods?
Right.
Come on in, everyone.
I already noticed Cyro came back.
Come on, let's go inside.
Enter. Okay, I'm not enter.
Candace, where? Whoa, you look furious.
Do I? Huh. What gave it away?
The serious look.
Oh, there's no mask that can hide true bloodlust. Cover up your eyes, and it'll still show itself at the corners of your mouth.
Perhaps I need to work on my composure. Still, it's perfectly understandable why I'm angry. I'm sure everyone present would agree.
Yes, ma'am.
Please, don't beat us anymore. We're gonna die.
Well, looks like Sino taught her well.
She mastered it quickly too.
You fear death yourselves, yet you do not hesitate to place the lives of others at risk. The absurdity is mind-boggling. The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community, and some even count them as family. You come here, to my village, and you treat my people as nothing more than stepping stones towards your goal. Tell me, what would you do to you in my position?
Mercy! Please have mercy!
You've made your bed.
We may all be desert dwellers, but there is one thing that I understand better than you. The resurrection of King Deshret will only result in war. And war serves no one. The people of Aru Village care little about which god is in power. Life may be tough and tiring, but we wish to preserve our way of life. A war would only cause us to lose all that we have. And that is not a responsibility that you can afford to shoulder.
We understand. We're sorry. I'll tell you everything I know. Please, just let us go.
I'm listening.
You might not believe this, but it wasn't us who came up with this idea. Someone was spreading rumors in the tavern. That's how we ended up hearing about King Deshret's resurrection. Some mystery man told us that mad scholars will make the perfect sacrifice to usher in King Deshret's resurrection. They give their lives, and we can get anything we wish for.
They're called Village Keepers. Slip up again, and you'll regret it.
Yes, sorry. It was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread the word about King Deshret's resurrection, and talked us into helping him. In return, he said he'll help facilitate the resurrection process.
Where are the village keepers now?
I'm not sure.
Suspicious.
That's one.
Huh? One what?
Strike. You get a total of 3. Then, you die by my hand.
Wait, I'm telling the truth. We don't know anything. It was all him.
2.
He got us to
Those
lure them out of
cook.
their houses in the night with some kind of incense. We take them to a junction outside the village. Then the mystery guy takes them from there. You gotta believe me, please. I'm telling the truth, I swear. Just ask them if you don't believe me.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
Do you have any idea who that mysterious person might be?
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name right away. I'm not risking another beating to keep his secrets. No way. That guy, he wears a cloak, and he's always careful to cover his face. He calls himself King Deshret's envoy.
I believe I may know what's going on.
Uncle Anpu? What do you mean?
Smooth.
Damn.
Okay, speak.
If my suspicions are correct, this mystery man they speak of could be from the Academia. Some time ago, people from the Academia attempted to take the village keepers away. I refused, insisting that they are part of our community. It strikes me now that this secretive character shares the same goal they had.
Which means it's highly likely that the Academia was purposely spreading a false rumor to trick the radicals into delivering the village keepers right into their hands. They were the ones who brought them here to begin with. Now they're trying to take them back? We aren't gonna let that happen.
Not the Academia again.
Just as I thought. But what could they want with the village keepers?
People are nothing but tools in the eyes of the Academia. A change in their plans likely means they found another way to exploit the scholars. Regardless, our top priority now is locating the village keepers.
You're right. Isaka's still waiting for news on his grandpa.
Time to go. Let's leave the village and try to track them down.
Yes. Pack up and get ready to leave.
You got it. Candace, I'll let you deal with the radicals. Leave everything outside the village to us.
All right.
Let's meet back here once everyone's ready.
Okay.
You look worried.
Yes.
You have a strong sense of...
Dia, don't say that.
Thanks. I'll let you know when I feel like joining.
Okay.
Let's get some food in us and then we'll... Woo! Where did you come from?
Well, as you can see, I am merely sitting here and reviewing what we have deduced thus far.
You were gone for ages! And now you're suddenly sitting here musing to yourself? Where have you been anyway? Hey, what's with the silence?
You never think things through before asking questions. I'm giving you some time to make up for that.
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an ugly nickname!
Go ahead, I won't stop you.
Never mind. Paimon's got nothing. There's just nothing super obvious to pick with this guy. It makes it so hard.
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest I left this whole time. So clearly, I stayed in the village to investigate. Anyway, you plan to leave Aru Village and keep searching for the truth of this matter, yes?
Yep. We're not gonna find out anything more by staying here, so we thought that we might as well take the search elsewhere.
Okay.
Enough with the silent treatment!
Maybe he's giving us time to think.
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up with him.
All Hatham. You haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru Village. Bold.
Yeah, you're all talk!
While you were investigating, I had my own work to do, which I've now finished.
Really? Paimon doesn't believe you.
To be honest, we aren't really a team, so I have no obligation to inform you of my whereabouts. Not to mention that going separate ways allowed me to find some important information that you all had missed.
Huh? Right here in the village?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone. But before that, you need to understand where she's coming from.
What does that mean?
How do you think the residents of Aru Village feel about what we're doing? In other words, do you truly believe every single word the villagers tell us?
You mean some of them lied to us?
Hiding the truth does not necessarily equate to lying. Again, these people have their reasons. Remember what Candace said? Most people in Aru Village don't necessarily care which deity is in charge of Sumeru. That's because whether King Deshret or the Dendro Archon has power is of little significance to them. By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. They won't simply share everything they know with you without good reason. That's why you believed there was no further information to be found in this village.
So you're saying we can find new info from someone we have already spoken to?
Glad you're following along. Among those you have talked to, there's someone who was consciously keeping you out of the loop. In fact, she's been observing your every move since you arrived. The reason being, to someone who only wants to live their life in peace, any external factors introduce unpredictability into the equation.
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Don't change the subject.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Sino's authority and strength.
Right. You were asking about the mad scholars.
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are King Deshret fanatics in the village. If she sounds too friendly towards the village keepers, she could easily make herself the radicals' next target.
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night.
Remember? She made a point of denying her involvement in anything that occurs at night.
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aru Village at night. In other words, the young miss was very much awake during that time.
Then why would she lie?
By getting involved with an outsider, she risks drawing unwanted attention to herself. As for why she might be so wary about all this, maybe you should ask her.
I'll pass on this one. You said that she is afraid of me. If so, it's best if I stay out of this.
We're on it!
Okay. Okay. Okay, that's that way.
Miss Shawnee, as we discussed earlier, I've brought someone with me.
Mr. Alhaitham, I'm aware of where you stand, but how can I make sure that your friends think the same as you?
Huh? What do you mean? We need to clarify our stance or something?
Go ahead and talk to her. You'll get the answers. You go on.
Is it really that simple?
May I call you Traveler? Hi, Traveler. I want to ask you something. Do you think the resurrection of King Deshret can truly change Sumeru for the better? Why's that? That's very similar to what Miss Candace says. I know you two are friends. That's why I'm willing to talk to you, even though I do have some reservations. Before, I wouldn't even have the courage to ask something like this. Traveler, do you believe our lives will get better?
I can't promise anything, but I'll do the best I can.
Yeah! We came here from another nation, so it isn't wrong of you to be weary. And we aren't really residents of any one nation. But even so, we've met lots of people from different places, and we've always fought for what we believed in. We have friends in Sumeru, and we want to help them. That's why we decided to stay here for a while.
I want to trust you. My apologies for posing my questions like that. To be honest, I didn't expect you to come back for more information.
Alhaitham told us you have your reasons. It's okay. We understand.
The fact is that only one side of my family is desert folk. I don't really fit in anywhere in Sumeru. Some believe in the Dendro Archon, while others believe in King Deshret. I don't belong to either side, and neither side would want me.
Speaking of which, the Radicals mentioned that they despise traitors. Do they just think that anyone who's different from them is a traitor?
Yeah. Some people can be so narrow-minded when it comes to bloodline and beliefs. It makes no difference what I say or how I behave. I'll always be suspected of having ulterior motives. Slowly, I just stopped talking to people. I pretended not to hear or see anything. All I want is to live my life in peace. And then it happened. The village keepers who had helped me disappeared with no explanation, and I didn't dare breathe a word about it to anyone. Until now.
You can tell them. I'm sure he'll keep your secret.
All right. I'll tell you what I told Alhaitham. I actually have a sharper sense of hearing than most. Sometimes, I hear strange crying sounds in the night.
There are ghosts?
Perhaps. I'm not sure. It's faint, but it's definitely the sound of crying. It comes from far away in the distance, and always carries very raw emotion. It used to be louder and more frequent, but ever since you arrived in the village, it doesn't seem to happen as often, and when it does, it's much quieter. I have to focus really hard to make it out.
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty. They also have someone with a good ear, and he's heard similar sounds at night. But, because we're in the middle of a desert, he would rather believe that they are the cries of beasts than ghosts.
Could you make out where the sounds were coming from?
There's really nothing around these parts, except for an old hospital not far from the village.
I think they used to use it for treating Elazar, but it's been abandoned for years.
We need to check out that hospital. I bet. Oh, where is it? That way. Hold on, don't I have a checkpoint up there? No. Okay.
Ready.
Ooh. Elmo. Interesting.
I have never missed Fontaine so much in all my life.
Sounds good to me.
Loaded.
Take that! Take that!
Thunderclap!
Illusion shattered. There is no escape. Inazuma shines eternal.
Interesting. Wow.
But a momentary distraction.
And I want to make this a bit easier. I'm gonna put it down.
Illusion shattered.
I'll take my leave.
Ugh. Is this the place? It's in terrible shape, and there's sand everywhere.
Empty and forgotten. An ideal place to hide people.
Ready.
He's back.
Monsters! Watch out!
Moving. Ready.
Oh.
Shoot on sight.
Following thunder! Remember, health comes first.
Torn to oblivion. There is no escape. Shine down.
Lightning flash!
Into the shadows.
I bet. I did
They
it.
were easier to deal with than Paimon had expected.
What were you even expecting?
Super strong bandits? Or monsters taller than buildings dropping out of the sky? Or,
That's
you know,
imagination.
he looks super serious. We gotta stay on our A game too.
This is the one. Let's go in and take a look.
I don't see anything.
Hey, we haven't found squat. Are you sure we aren't wasting our time here?
Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until then, I'm taking a break.
And just like that, what are you reading? Let Paimon...
Okay, sure.
Huh? The natural position, which is the positional propensity of an entity in natural motion.
She can't read, can she?
In contrast with an object.
So...
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya. How is he so relaxed? Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this.
You know, it wouldn't kill you to read a book once in a while, either. Maybe
Hey, Paimon's your Tibet travel guide. Paimon knows plenty of useful stuff already. And
so much yappiness.
Paimon's fault that the book...
Paimon's the best. I'll be dead ass. I went too fast.
Paimon's getting so sleepy.
Nah, you think? Surely I couldn't see that.
What was that sound?
There it is. It's coming from that direction.
Is the sound coming from here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
It's from below.
But there's no way we can get down there.
Break it.
Something is off about the interior here.
In Pakistan 2000.
Bro, my Siri just went ahead. Started saying nonsense.
As I thought. There's a hidden structure.
Wow. It's like they tucked another hospital into this one. Oh, it looks like there are other mechanisms around here. Let's keep exploring.
Okay. Definitely not suspicious. Wait, so is it like inside there, or... Oh no, they opened it. McLean. I thought so. Wait. It's Dendro upload. Okay, either I'm blind. I'm actually blind. Is there anything in there? No, you can't go in there. Right over there, it looks like. I can just get over here easily.
Ready.
And I know where the last one is, so that's great.
Illusion shattered! Inazuma shines eternal!
Okay, I'm gonna be dead at 7 and doing nothing.
Time to testify.
Ready.
Loaded.
Okay. Now go to the lower level of the hospital. Okay. Easy peasy.
The doctor will see you.
Well, I'm trying here. I swear, I'll be pissed if there was a secret there. Tuesday. Been covered. The remaining sections are blank. I feel like we might need emergency notice. Patient. Okay. Not reading all of that. This is kind of interesting. I just got stuck for a sec.
Look, there's someone over there. Good idea. Let's approach.
Wait. You're...
He can't speak, and his eyes are unfocused. But he looks too young to be anyone's. Also, why is he the only one here?
Didn't expect to see him here.
You know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the Academia.
He's a scholar too? Is he the kind that holes up in a forest and mumbles stuff about training?
No. Razak was never involved in any of those things. He never trained in the forest, let alone reach Satyavada life. Leaving that question aside for the moment, him being here alone means that we might be too late. Looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. Perhaps they simply didn't have time. There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a cart that was loaded with something heavy.
Loaded?
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry, as if they were afraid of being caught. The symptoms are identical. Looks like we found living proof.
Huh?
Allow me to jog your memory. Recall your time at Port Ormos.
Oh!
Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
Yeah, it does.
Oh!
Correct. The academia it
Also,
isn't
these
difficult to deduce
flashbacks
the
are insane, bruh.
These rumors were all the
Ouch,
persuasion
my
that the
head.
radicals needed, and those based in Aru, as well as being able to life for the desert dwellers has been brutal ever since King Deshret's death all those years. Many would give everything they have for the prospect of, even if complications arise, people will see that the notion of an academia plot wouldn't even cross their minds. It may seem like a simple strategy, but it is able to work wonders under Sumeru's current circumstances.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. It's in line with the village chief's theory, too. But there's still one very important question. Wasn't it the academia that brought the scholars to Aru Village in the first place? Why does it want them back now?
Throughout this process, one thing has changed. The scholars' identity. First, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were exiles. And finally, they become missing persons.
That's quite the phase. I seen
An
it.
exile is still
I
patently
seen
a
it.
living, breathing human being.
So,
But when someone becomes a missing person, that is brought into question. If you can't find someone, you have no way of knowing what exactly happened to them. That makes missing people an ideal resource.
Resource? For what exactly?
evidence.
One possibility is that the information in their brains could be extracted into knowledge capsules.
Extracted? You mean canned knowledge comes from people's brains?
With the technology of the Sumeru Academia, it's entirely possible. Perhaps the process caused them great suffering, which is why they cry out in the dead of night, when no one is watching them.
So, the human brain... Nope, nah.
How did you learn of this technology?
I'm the Academia scribe, after all. I'm familiar with their projects. Anyway, judging by Razak's state, the contents of a divine knowledge capsule were extracted from his mind. But something went wrong in the process. Or perhaps his curiosity got the better of him, and he used such a capsule for himself.
Hyman's a little confused. Can they just use anyone's brain?
No, that can't be right. Most of the mad scholars had made contact with the divine consciousness in the forest. That's what the academia is after. It's also safe to assume that this knowledge has something to do with the Fatui, the Doctor, and the Belvedere. They are using divine knowledge capsules to turn the Belvedere into a god.
The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer.
The academia needs people who have been exposed to the divine consciousness.
That's right. To some scholars, gaining knowledge about the gods is their entire life's pursuit. Extracting canned knowledge is just one of the extreme measures they turn to. However, I can't help but wonder, what do they seek to gain from divine knowledge?
I don't know, you
The
tell me.
academia is going out of their way to look for forbidden knowledge, but what is their ultimate goal? I've spent quite some time trying to analyze the contents of the divine knowledge capsule, but to no avail. It seems like my way of thinking is too different from theirs.
You mean you're not even slightly interested in getting your hands on this forbidden stuff?
All scholars seek to expand the horizons of knowledge, but I'm not particularly interested in gods, so I don't share their degree of zealotry. Extracting information from people as if they were lifeless objects? If this is the direction of academic progress, then the academia may as well shut its doors.
Sounds like you're really against all this.
Of course. The academia's actions run contrary to their rules. Whether it be academics or knowledge, everything has its boundaries. If those lines are crossed, the rules and order that govern everything in the world will be destroyed. This matter needs to be corrected, just like fixing a typo in a book.
Wait, didn't you step in to help because you felt sympathy for those poor people?
Not to be callous, but no. My criteria are a little more restrictive than that. There is no shortage of suffering in Sumeru, and the same can be said for the rest of Teyvat as well. What do you plan to do about that? Save every last person?
Probably not. Paimon's not sure.
Your motives are more specific and personal.
You can say that. Simply put, I don't blindly place my faith into strength or heroism. I do what I want. The Divine Knowledge Capsule is something I want to investigate in full. That doesn't mean I'm willing to take action for the sake of a few strangers.
Someone like him might actually make for a better ally.
Paimon's been wanting to say this for a while. There are a lot of bad guys in the academia, but you're not one of them. You're their weirdo.
You're probably right. Though I must say, I quite enjoy this feeling of being the odd one out. Uniqueness is also an asset, is it not?
Wow, that's a great way to think about it. Paimon's really impressed. If only Miss Shani had a similar mindset, her life would definitely be a lot easier.
I'm just a more likable person than her in general. There's nothing more to it than that.
So what do we do with him?
He won't last long if we leave him here. Let's take him with us. We'll work out our next step after we return to Aru Village.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna explore. Wish it is ancient here. But I'd be like a fossil in here. Didn't even mean to climb that. Okay, we're going back all the way over there. Chinky, I'll have to come back here someday. That's for sure. So I can find one quickly. Oh wait, can I just teleport? Yeah, I can. I don't know what I'm doing. Easy access. Okay, I actually want to change some character. Well, actually, like character too. What do we have? Something that well.
We're back!
You must be tired. You should rest and take some water.
What's the situation?
Who's this?
Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather. Nevertheless, he's one of the people we're trying to find.
To everyone which is on the Benin hospital.
So, at one point in time, the abandoned Elazar Hospital served as the Academia's site for extracting divine cant knowledge.
Yep, pretty much.
Their plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aru Village, since divine cant knowledge has been in circulation for a while now. Yet, they fled once we were headed to the village, almost as if they knew we were on their trail. Why is that?
Yeah, why is that?
We may have a mole in our midst. One of us could be secretly revealing our whereabouts to the academia.
Huh? Are our friendships that shallow?
Looks like none of you have realized wherein lies the issue. Sino, you're the reason why they can predict our movements.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Choose your next words very carefully.
It is simply a logical inference. I have my reasons.
So what you're saying is... Sino's the mole. Interesting. And here I thought you were the most suspicious one, Alhaitham, since you were always acting alone.
I know. You have a point, but I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Sino isn't like any of us.
What are you trying to say?
Do you still remember who you are, General Mahamatra? As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Before you can take action against someone, you are required to have all the facts available, including the less than savory details. Simply put, the academia has traditionally allowed you access to a wealth of sensitive information. Knowing their modus operandi, wouldn't you expect them to take precautions against you? If you want to raise a vicious wolf, you need to make sure that you can avoid its bite.
The academia is monitoring me?
It's not that simple. The academia has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have a special protocol for dealing with you. Every so often comes on Yagarbaha Day. On this day, the academia enters new information into the Akasha through knowledge capsules. I remember seeing a thick notebook next to the control panel once. Its contents were all about the General Mahamatra, his activities throughout the day, preferred methods of enacting judgment, everything.
You're saying that the academia entered my information into the Akasha too? But what's the point in doing that? My actions aren't important enough to be added into the Akasha.
The Akasha is capable of computation. The Akasha's algorithms are entirely capable of predicting your movements using the data entered. When you would depart, the route you would follow, your destination. It knew all of this.
It predicted my every move.
The academia has been watching you longer than you think. However, the fact that you resigned is proof that their suspicions were well-founded.
So that's how it is. Sino adheres to his principles so strongly that he's actually a thorn in their side. Tenacity of will and steadfast faith are worthless to the academia. They need scholars who are easily pliable and mindlessly go after anything they can profit from. Sino, don't take it to heart. This just proves how much of a trustworthy ally you are.
They escaped because of me.
Don't blame yourself. It's not like any of us would have known.
I have an idea. If they predicted my movements, then I might be able to guess where they went.
Whoa, you bounced back fast.
There is always an opportunity for safety after danger passes.
Oh, so that's how it is! If the academia is trying to avoid Sino, then the safest place would be...
Step behind them.
They'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going. I must go.
There's also something I want to investigate.
Let's go, guys! After him!
Please, wait! I want to go too!
You want to go too? If so...
I want to find Grandpa!
Everyone, I leave him in your hands.
Yay! Let's go! Paimon feels like...
If we're missing someone, who would it be? Hey, do I have a checkpoint over there? No. Oh wait, hold on. I didn't see that before. Let me just get that. Okay. My head hurts now. Okay, I found it.
So, where do we go from here?
Yes. After leaving the village, we should head straight toward the desert.
I know the desert like the back of my hand.
Is that because you play here a lot?
Yep. One time, Grandpa almost got lost in the desert, but I was the one who brought him back.
Definitely not suspicious.
There's something here. What's this?
It's buried in the sand.
And Paimon thought running around everywhere was already enough work. Okay. So,
These are likely fragments of an Academia-developed device, something akin to a headset. Looks like there were more than one village keeper. They must have been escorted this way, because there are... Let's split up and search the area.
Can we take it? No, goes on a different...
is this what we're searching for? It looks kind of scary.
This is definitely a device used to extract divine knowledge.
How did it end up buried in the sand? That can't have been part of the plan. They must have been attacked along the way.
Wait, what?
Grandpa, I hope you're okay.
Don't worry, your grandpa's gonna be fine.
Razak didn't display any signs of starvation or dehydration, which means that they left fairly recently.
We should be able to catch up.
One more thing. Given that the device had been entirely covered by sand, I believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
Let's keep going.
I agree.
They can't have gone far.
I bet. But again, can we take them?
But running on sand is so tiring.
Bro, isn't she fine?
Flying, aren't you, Paimon?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Sand tiring too?
Of course it is.
What's over here? Oh, it's up there. Okay, never mind. I don't care enough to go up there. Brother. Tan lento. There's endings. The heck? I didn't know there was endings. Interesting.
Voices, over there. It sounds like an argument.
Whoa, you have really good ears.
I mean, isn't he a cat person?
Don't get any closer. They'll notice us.
Dia's talking with the Eremites? Very interesting. Let's listen in.
If you had informed me sooner, there'd be plenty of room for us to...
You're one of us. We would never lie.
Scholars. You don't know as much as I do. Need me to...
I knew it. That's our Dia.
Dia? Why would you... Dia! Hey, what are you doing?
Huh?
Didn't you say you'd help me find Grandpa?
Well, look at...
This complicates things.
You've betrayed Aru village.
So, this is the great General Mahamat. Dear, you'd be better off as my assistant than hanging around with this motley crew.
I'm not the type that's easily swayed, Raman. You of all people should know that.
Wait, what's going on, Dia? Whose side are you on here?
Shut it, Paimon.
It doesn't matter. Whichever side you pick, nothing can deter us from the grand...
Face the facts, Raman. It's not gonna happen. You should understand that more than anyone. Have all your years as a merc taught you nothing about placing hopes in a ruler?
I'm a desert dweller and a proud follower of King Deshret.
It's not too late yet. The village keep... Mad scholars aren't gonna bring King Deshret back to life.
You don't understand, my dear lady. Pursuing our...
Even if it'll expose you to the academia? Even if they end up disbanding the Eremites? Your Eremites, which you've worked so hard for all these years?
Yes. We've waited a long time for this day to come. With these scholars in our custody, we'll stomp the Academia's forces and fight.
Ridiculous. Think about it. The Academia controls the entirety of Sumeru. Your powers are negligible in comparison. If you still don't believe me, then try asking these two men. They're also against the Academia, but neither of them are as arrogant as you are.
They look more like pawns of the Academia to me. Why would I listen to anything the people of great filthy traitors? Your god abandoned all honor and betrayed King Deshret. We desert dwellers will never trust the...
It's impossible to communicate with someone so hostile. Perhaps we should.
Do you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the Academia? These people have no value as bargaining chips. But I could be persuaded to take their place as your next hostage. These scholars were exiled from the Academia. I, on the other hand, am their current scribe, and will be a much greater asset to you.
Wait, you can't be serious.
So, you want to trade places?
Precisely. Well, that would be bad luck for me. However, I'd get the chance to observe the scholars, perhaps even find out the truth.
Think you can talk me over?
I'm not trying to persuade you. I'm using this as a means of joining forces against the Academia.
You are the scribe. What do you have against the Academia?
Not all desert dwellers believe in King Deshret, and the same applies to the Academia. Why must all knowledge seekers approve of the Academia's way of doing things?
You Academia scum. Every last one of you is nothing but a hypocrite.
Not so fast. I'll hate them. Do you stand by everything you just said?
I never make empty promises.
You know you're making a dangerous decision.
I do.
Good. Raman, hear me out. These people are my friends. Maybe you can't take the followers of the Dendro Archon at their word, but what about me?
We've known each other for years.
In that case, I'm willing to vouch for their honesty with my right arm. Come on, Raman, don't be a coward. If you're serious about taking on the Academia...
An arm from the Flame Main. What if you refuse to oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here, Dia. We're merc.
You're not wrong, but this is different. I promised my friends that we'd bring back the village keeper.
Let's do it right here then. Give me your right arm as proof of your resolve.
Wait, is her arm bionic or what? Because now I am confused.
We came here to save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty good deal, if you ask me. Raman, I'm holding up...
Sure. Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
No! Attack!
Tia! What are you gonna do? Think of something!
You don't have to go this far.
That's not for you to decide.
Do it!
Jump into action! What happened?
Stop!
What's wrong? Can't do it?
Flame Man, you and I are both desert folk. Cutting off your arm is no different than cutting off my own fingers. Where's the sense in cutting my own kin to pieces? You've shown me that you're serious. Go on now, take your friends and leave. Meet me in the
I still think she's hot. My opinion.
Phew. I was really counting on him not going through with it.
That was crazy!
Then I just have to hold my claymore with my left arm. Okay, I'm sorry.
Don't ever make a promise like that again. I can deal with it if it came down to it.
I don't doubt it, Sino. But even if we got rid of...
I'm sorry, Dia. I should have stayed put.
It's okay. I promised you I'd help find your grandpa.
Whatever it takes. You just might be scholar material.
Huh? Are you serious?
The Eremites once said that I was a lunatic. Perhaps a little madness is essential to be successful in research.
Why does it feel like he's using his praise for me as an excuse to brag about himself?
That's just how he is.
Let's get moving.
Yo, I just know. They better keep their word. I'm coming for them. Anyways. I want to try and get this. So I'm gonna see if I can find anything. Yes. Okay. I have quite the idea. So I'm just gonna click it here. That's not here. No, I just got the thought, if I was a platform, where would I be? Yeah, I don't think I know where I'm going. That's crazy advertising. Yeah, I can't do it. Wait, hold on. It might have been up here. Yeah.
Thunderclap!
Hunt them down.
Alright, we got it. There's this one right here.
Sucker for a punch, huh?
Shine down! Torn to oblivion! Erase all threats! Into the shadows!
I'll be back.
First to find gets to stake their claim. Seems fair.
Okay, almost there. Found it.
Mind the side effects.
If I could, I would just skip all this. Interesting. I'm gonna stop that there, and I'm gonna continue. Alright. Gather. Okay. Honestly, I forget every time I could just teleport over here instead of do that. But it's whatever.
You're all here so early.
Looks like we have everyone here. Isak?
I'll watch from a safe distance.
Okay, let's go.
Dia, wait.
What's the matter?
I heard that you were quite reckless yesterday.
Why is this so far? I said this is the closest one and I will teleport right there. Again, why so far? Yeah, I don't want to get near those things. What is that? A pyramid or a hourglass? That looks so confusing. What I say, this is hourglass, bro. Yeah, no, thank you. And they are hourglass, bro.
Huh. They got here before us.
Uh-oh. Is it because Paimon overslept by 5 minutes and held everyone up?
Is everything ready?
Absolutely. Although you brought fewer people than I imagined.
Bring him over.
Grandpa! Why is there only one of them?
Raman, I've always thought of you as a man at his word. What's this about?
It's a one-for-one exchange. Sounds fair, don't you think? And let me put it this way. Agreeing to any kind of deal with the Dendro Archon's people is already a huge compromise on my part. Don't you think you've asked enough?
You stay right there!
Let me beat his ass. Ooh, animation. Yo!
Flambe! What do you think you're doing?
Grandpa!
Don't you see this blade here? You coward! Why are your hands shaking? Wait a second! It's a earthquake!
I don't think that's the grandpa anymore. I'm gonna be dead ass.
Paimon.
Is everyone okay?
This day's going just great.
What a nuisance. The sand dune collapsed. I saw an energy field. The village keeper protected us. It glowed green with dendro. Just like you said, it may well have been the remains of Lesser Lord Kusanali's power inside the scholar's body. The Dendro Archon. The present one.
Grandpa? Grandpa?
Hey, look around you.
Did there used to be a temple here?
It seems that when the sand dune collapsed, it exposed these underground structures. The symbols on the gate belong to King Deshret's civilization. This structure must be ancient. Over time,
Oh, so that's what
the
these
sandstorms
were.
completely buried it and left it in the state we see now. It could have been an underground palace in the distant past.
Oh, a miracle. Praise King Deshret!
What's he doing here? And his men too?
They must have fallen down here with us. Pretty lucky if you ask me. Most of them seem in really bad shape. Except for him. He got off lightly.
Mind your head.
No, this isn't the time for conflict. Our exalted lord has shown us the way to his sacred palace.
He's not actually gonna go in there, is he?
As it happens, I want to take a look inside too.
What are you doing?
Don't you think it's curious? 1 minute, Lesser Lord Kusanali's power protects us from harm, and the next, remnants of King Deshret's civilization appear. Two major deities are vying to showcase their power to us. It would be a shame not to witness them both.
I thought you weren't interested.
Indeed. In my view, gods are just a higher form of living being, or creature, you could say. New discoveries are always worth investigating. Whether they have anything to do with gods is neither here nor there.
Raman, what are you gonna do about your men?
I'll just let them lay here. King Deshret will take care of his people. Right now, I'm going inside.
Honestly, I would not trust that logic. But I don't really care for them. And actually, before I even go there, I want to do a quick scout.
Grandpa?
I don't think he's getting confused. He just doesn't remember anything. Dude's old. No offense. It's missing one of those orbs. Whatever.
It's full of life here. This defies comprehension. It looked completely desolate from the outside. Yet, it flows with energy inside.
Yeah, and there's so many plants. It's so pretty.
Sir Raman.
What? Huh? Me?
Do you see another Raman here?
Are you mocking me? What do you mean, sir?
Interpret it however you want, but there's something I'd like to draw your attention to. While this structure is clearly left over from King Deshret's civilization, the energy that flows in here is that of the Dendro Archon.
Whatever you say. It's not like I have a vision.
There's nothing to be angry about. Think of this as an academic journey.
It does seem kinda strange. If that's true, then we might have to explore this whole area to find an explanation.
I'm already on it. I've been wanting to explore. Is this the exit? Looks like we're caved in now. Alright. Either my head is playing tricks on me, but I did not see these. Rotate. Oh, it's like a mirror. Okay. Yo! This is actually really cool. Let me in. I don't know what's supposed to happen. Oh. Yo, we're going down. Yo. Is this supposed to be the king? I really hate these things.
Ready. Time to testify.
Taking a turn for the better.
Lightning flash!
Foul. I'm trying to climb this. It's very beautiful.
Inazuma shines eternal!
Nice. So far, I don't see anything. I don't like that noise. Okay, that weirded me out. Oh, I don't like that. I did not like that. What the? Was that an illusion or something? Oh, what is this? Just food. Seeing that, I think we're going deeper. Where are we going now? Oh, for a second I thought we were just trapped.
Where evil lurks, shoot on sight.
What's this? After 6 days infiltrating the temple, I finally understand the priestess' prior tricks. The elevator will descend to the ground. Get on top of it before it starts ascending again to reach the tomb. Nonsense like forbidden ground ahead, mortals shall not pass, or whatever are just made up by the priestess to hoodwink us. I leave this method here in case that people of the King Deshret who shall travel here in the future really enjoy the privilege of witnessing his sacred presence. Okay. Yeah, I'm still trying to get that. No, like one chest unloaded. Okay, we got that. Oh! Wait, I don't think so. I was supposed to. Hold on, I need to go back. I messed up. I actually messed up. Yep. What is this?
Ready. Enough.
the side effects.
Get ready.
Okay, we unlock that. Turn off. Turn off. What? Okay, I think so. I need to solve this. But first, I want to check out if there's anything. I don't see anything. There has to be something done with this.
Now that's a sight to see. King Deshret's splendor surrounds us.
There's so much vegetation here. It's different than what I expected.
Sure are a lot of plants for a desert.
That's what I call divine providence of King Deshret.
What the heck is that? Dude, that looks like a portal. I've seen this place, haven't I? Looks like...
It's getting brighter! Oh, it looks so beautiful!
Isn't this where Lesser Lord was?
Wait. What's that?
A load of flowers. And it looks like there's something among them.
These are King Deshret runes.
They left something behind. Yes. It's an elegy written in an ancient script.
What does it say?
Here lies our faithful priest Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise and admiration.
You can read ancient King Deshret script?
Of course. Every student needs to master at least 20 languages before they graduate.
He's not serious, right?
There's still something off about this place. The elemental energy here is too concentrated. The scent of life. Is it trying to tell us something? Is this it?
Analyzing.
There seems to be a hidden message among these skeletal remains. Excellent. There's a device from King Deshret's civilization in this gravesite. I'll transmit the information over and project it for everyone to see.
Isn't sharing knowledge against the Academia's rules?
Yes. However, under the circumstances, I'd prefer you to see this for yourself. You'll understand after watching it.
The heck am I watching? Oh, cutscene.
Civilization is born of knowledge, but so too can knowledge be its demise. A disaster caught us unaware. It was knowledge that did not belong to this world. King Deshret brought this forbidden knowledge into our world, and it quickly spread like a plague. People's minds were filled with crazed whispers. Dark gray scales spread across their bodies. Even the land was stripped of its vigor. Only a desperate, deathly silence remained. Were it not for greater Lord Rukkhadevata from the forests, the damage would have been irreversible. She summoned the priests to build temples and infused into them the divine power of life. The disaster was miraculously tempered, and the embers of our civilization were preserved in Aru village. Alas, the miracle could not last. As long as forbidden knowledge continued to exist, it would forever blight this world. In the end, the proud king of the desert, my eternal lord, chose to sacrifice himself. I have spent my whole life since guarding one of these many temples. But now, my duty is coming to an end. As I close my eyes for the final time, the sight of that noble deity will appear in my vision once more. In helping King Deshret to eradicate forbidden knowledge, she exhausted her strength, and her form became that of a small child. How strange. Now that I think of her, I no longer have any fear of death, for I sense that the spirit of life will abide with me during my eternal sleep. Children of the desert, cling no longer to past grievances,
Bro looks like Cyrus.
but hold tight to the memory of this act of benevolence.
So I don't know if I said the name right.
The priest's memories.
No, impossible.
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. So the former Dendro Archon and King Deshret were never enemies at all?
But this doesn't make any sense. The Dendro Archon's followers, they're clearly...
Was that the former Dendro Archon? She became so tiny in the end.
You might be distrustful of the Akasha, but there's no reason for you to doubt King Deshret's technology. You've just witnessed his priest's last words.
I've never heard about any of this before. The surviving followers of King Deshret all gathered in Aru village. Our god did not make mistakes. We refused to believe any of the rumors. King Deshret's death, the all but total annihilation of our civilization, it was all Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's doing. We saw her as nothing more than a traitor, who stabbed us in the back in our moment of crisis. Just like us humans, fighting, feuding, double-crossing each other to survive in the desert.
You were blinded by your prejudice.
If I hadn't seen this for myself, if I hadn't witnessed his last words with my own eyes, ears, and heart, how could I ever begin to accept this? The truth is so far from what I've always known. Am I really supposed to believe that after all these years, all this time seeking revenge, suddenly now my enemy is my savior?
Rahman, that's enough. Give it a rest. You're starting to make a fool of yourself.
Dia, tell me, my Eremites and I, what are we even fighting for?
Hey, how you doing?
I'll live. Thanks. I should probably go. Can't just stay here forever.
What's your next move gonna be?
Oh, I know what you're going to ask. I feel deeply ashamed of everything I've done. You'll get everything you're asking for. But please, give me some time.
It's not gonna be...
Well, I guess that's for me to deal with.
When would be a good time for us to go?
Tomorrow. I'll convince everyone that we're all on the same side. And I'll return every last one of your your village keepers. We'll share our other resources with you.
You seem to finally understand that our...
Yes. The gods never gave up on anyone. It's the people responsible for all this that need to face the consequences.
That must have been rough. But he's...
Ramon's no fool. It's too bad he was held back by his belief.
The outcome...
We should get going too. Let's head back.
We're
leaving!
Stop yelling.
I'm dead as I just want to check if there's I'm not missing anything. Oh. I think so the regular way to get out of here would be... Yeah.
I have never missed Fontaine so much in all my life. Into the shadows. Ready. If these items are unclaimed, we may take them without controversy.
Wow, we're almost about to hit the 2-hour and 40-minute mark. Now, which way am I going? This way. I'm changing to Traveler. Oh my god, I'm gonna be attacked.
A new punching bag.
You know what's crazy? What happened to be friendly? Yeah, bro. She was lies. I got mail. What's in my mail? Here's to you. Oh, okay, I'll accept. Actually, do we have time?
Ramon, we're here.
Everything's been arranged.
I guess all I can say now is...
Don't mention it. But we shall...
Where are the perpetrators?
I'll bring you to them.
So these are the people who kidnapped the village keepers.
Oh no, it's the scribe!
There's no need to yell. No one can help you now.
We've been all over the desert trying to find you!
That's right.
General Mahamatra? No, no! Make it quick, please! Swift and painless!
Whoa.
Yo, that's actually hilarious.
On Sino, they turn pale like they've seen a ghost!
Sino.
You should have known that I would be coming for you.
Wait, we were just following orders. You know what I'm talking about, right? There's no way we could have done all this by ourselves.
No, not Sino. He's gonna tear us limb from limb.
I could do worse.
Please have mercy.
Start talking.
Too.
Otherwise, I'll have to resort to other methods.
So, your superiors have kept you quite busy recently. Why? What are they trying to accomplish?
They, wanted to extract...
Don't play dumb. They extract divine canned knowledge.
I really don't know how to explain it.
Well, you better start talking or you'll be sorry!
You don't want to make things any more difficult for yourself, do ya?
Be my guest.
Uh-huh? That sure didn't sound like a fancy metaphor or anything. You're serious.
How did you know?
There's no use hiding it now. Yes, you're right. The Academia is working on an important and potentially world-changing project. They are creating a new god. A god that will belong to them and to the people of Sumeru. It may seem as if Sumeru's academics are thriving, but ever since the death of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, scholarly breakthroughs have been... The withering of Irminsul has been getting worse recently. The sages have tried everything they could think of, but nothing's worked. I'm always hearing them say things like...
Continue.
And then, someone from the Fatui showed up. They called him the Doctor. He brought a gnosis, and said he wanted to borrow the Academia's research. The Doctor was previously expelled from the Academia. At first, the sages looked down at him in disdain. But when he said those words, he asked them, "Do you wish to create a god?"
This is what the arrogant ignorance at the extreme end.
First, the Academia spent... After that, they harvested dreams via the Zeb-Zerus with the Doctor's help, and the Akasha now functioned. Next, they decided that their new god needed to possess divine wisdom. For that to happen, they needed a huge quantity of the...
It adds up.
But how do you determine whether the knowledge extracted is...
Call it an educated guess? The Academia has been trying to figure out the exact source of the Scholar's madness for centuries, but to no avail. Nobody can explain the cause of this phenomenon. Surely, if it's knowledge no mortal can comprehend, then...
You must have noticed by now. The Academia doesn't care about who their god is. It's the ability to exercise control. It is as if they are cursed with a desire. Some organisms demonstrate this is but a...
Then what does Lesser Lord... Is she not a true god present in this world?
From the beginning, the Academia has never treated her as a god. When the Academia first discovered Lesser Lord Kusanali, the newborn god of wisdom, the sages hoped that she would be as wise as Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. They found that at the time, she possessed no more intelligence than any ordinary human child. The sages never had a ruder awakening. This forced them to accept that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali's gnosis, has been used to power the Akasha this entire time. By herself, she has neither an Archon's raw power, nor the spectacular insight expected of a god of wisdom. Slowly but surely, people began to forget about her existence.
So... this...
All right, let's try to get... Raman, give me a few minutes.
Sure.
Honestly, now I'm curious, what would the dialogue be if I chose the other option? I have to go over here either way, so I'm gonna just take care of this. Move all my way over there. Sometimes I wish there was vehicles, but that's... No, no, no. I do not want to do this. Leave me out of it. Oh wait, here's some fruit. Alright, bro, that's actually not fair. So I just want to figure out how... Oh, never mind. Found how we're gonna get up there. I think. Oh, yep. I knew it. Yo, it's corruption. And that's a boss, and I don't want to deal with bosses right now.
The village keepers you found have all been returned to their homes, and each one has a dedicated caregiver to look after them. The two new scholars are being kept under close supervision, too.
Yeah. Hey! Say something! Stop spacing out!
Come on, is there nothing left to talk about?
Or...
Oh, pardon?
Do you have any plans, Traveler?
Gods above, you're not talking about work, are you?
So you were still withholding some information?
Even though we lived through all of this firsthand, it still feels super surreal to hear you talk about it again.
What a whirlwind of a story. I felt like I was holding my breath the whole time.
It seems like there will be more issues to face in the days ahead than I'd...
Still, now's a good time to make our next move. Now that
It's time to make a...
Indeed.
So, everyone...
Crush the sages and rescue our god. That is our ultimate goal.
Well...
the next time we gather...
Yep, it'll work out.
That sounds like the end of that one. That means... Yes. Okay, now I just gotta leave. But I actually want to talk to them.
Don't rush. Take it slowly.
He started...
Would you like me to lend you...
No way!
I was joking.
Ugh, you're so annoying!
Oh my god, that's hilarious. It's been a while since I've seen these.
Candace, we're here! Has everyone arrived?
Everyone is already waiting.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's...
Please. Wait a moment. Before attending the meeting,
What do you need?
promise me that you won't commit to anything to...
What do you think?
Okay.
Okay, we've started this. How many chapters are there? Like 5 now? Brother. I literally just came from over there and now I need to go back over there again. Well, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get some coffee. So I'm I might just... I'm gonna go inside, do this really quick, and then we'll continue tomorrow.
Everyone's here so early! But why isn't anybody talking?
Either continue tomorrow or I will continue to steam in a bit because I have to do stuff.
Hey, where have you been? I've missed you too.
Are you ready?
Very well.
Are you sure this is gonna work?
I gotta admit.
The point of discussion is to arrive at a...
You're making Paimon nervous.
You're finally done.
I have some other stuff to take care of. Catch you all later. Come on, don't give me that face.
That's what I wanted to hear. Take care. Well, Traveler, Paimon, judging from your expressions, the meeting must have been quite productive.
You can tell?
I'm not that good at scheming or strategy, but I can sense people's emotions. And based on your reaction...
Paimon's a little...
To be honest...
Candace...
Your deeds speak...
Candace, we stayed behind to tell you that...
I'm very glad to hear. I've said the same. Only when you're safe can the plan... You're welcome. Good luck.